2026 has begun with a grim start. The United States has attacked Venezuela and kidnapped the country's head of state, just started a war in conjunction with Israel, attacking Iran, and reportedly killing its head of state. And in addition to all that, Trump has threatened attacks on Cuba, Colombia, Mexico, and Greenland. But there's a reason the United States has been at de facto war for decades straight, no matter which party has been in charge. And while yes, war is profitable for military contractors and weapons manufacturers, we can't just reduce things down to that. This is where Vladimir Lenin's Imperialism, the highest stage of capitalism, outlines how capitalism develops, first at the level of industry and production, and then at the national and international stage. Let's discuss his analysis to see how it can help us understand the trends we see today. This model starts with how we typically understand capitalism, concentrating economic production and activity in the form of monopolies which dominate their respective industries. This is also true of banks, as a nation's entire flow of money becomes dependent on a small handful of financial powers. Finance takes on a new powerful role in the economy in the highly developed capitalist nations. By this time, production is consolidated in a small handful of companies which only aim to extract as many resources and value as possible. There's little room for the nation's economy to grow any further, at least within its borders. So, capitalism is literally exported into other nations. Companies invest in other nations, and nations trade currencies with each other, as finance capital also extends its influence around the world. While this is often trivialized as good-hearted philanthropy to help build up economies of less developed countries, in reality, it is this which sets the stage for imperialism. The export of capital out of a nation also extends its sphere of influence. Larger, richer, more developed nations will extend their influence faster and further. In time, the largest global powers will have extended their influence to all corners of the globe, effectively dividing up the world amongst each other. From there, it becomes necessary for these great capitalist powers to tighten their grip on their subordinate states, again concentrating power within themselves. In this way, the development of capitalism heightens the annexationist and colonialist tendencies of a nation as they reach as much of the natural resources and cheap labor as possible. Where there are disputes over whose influence is strongest, geopolitical conflict erupts. This is what Lenin refers to as imperialism, denoting it as the most advanced stage of capitalism, where the influence of the global capital market has fully encircled the world, and the most powerful countries are compelled to dominate and exploit the rest. Lenin may have written Imperialism in 1917, but his analysis remains incredibly prescient and explains so much of the conflict we see worldwide, from Gaza to Caracas to Tehran. And it also explains why the United States always seems to be connected to some type of conflict. Okay, we have to leave it here for now. We will continue next time further discussing Lenin's Imperialism.